Welcome to this week's edition of the Bronco Weekly Sports Wrap. I'm Denzel Johnson.
And I'm Nici Gilday. So Denzel, what a great way for you and your fellow seniors to finish your final game in Levy with a last-second shot against St. Mary's.
Yeah, it was just an amazing experience. Jared, I can't say enough about him. To get us over that hump in the last second twice in back-to-back years was just amazing, and to win my last game, it was just so much fun. Bronco caught up with Brownridge, and I sat down with fellow senior Brandon Clark.
Well, right before the last play, we actually got a great stop on defense. So therefore, we were able to be the last team with the ball for that possession. And we had a play set up, but the play broke down, and I ended up getting the ball from Brandon Clark at the top of the key. And I knew I had to go to the basket. And I knew that my defender was thinking I was going to go left, because I do like to go left a lot. But I think I kind of faked him out when I went right, and I got a step on him, and I went to the basket, and I had to do a high layup off the glass because I knew that the help defenders would try to block it. So it ended up going in, and we went down on defense for one last time, and we got the stop, and we won the game. And I wanted to win the game for my seniors. It was the last time they were going to play here, so I'm proud that I was able to get the win for them, and the celebration after was even better. Well, it's very special that my two game winners happened to the same team, which is St. Mary's. Before those two game winners, I had never had a game winner in a long time. The last one I had was in 4th grade, I think, and it was with my travel team called the Wizards, and we were little kids, so it was special to get that game winner, and I think I hit it from half court, or just right in front of half court. I heaved it up, and it went in, and everybody started celebrating. So it felt good to have 2 more game winners in college, because now I can remember what the feeling was like, and it'll be a memory forever.
I'm back with Brandon Clark. Brandon, we're coming off of our senior day on Saturday. We got the win versus St. Mary's. What was that experience like?
The experience was it was amazing. It was one of the most fun and eventful games that I had in my career here.
Your last thoughts before we came out and ran around the court one last time? Did you have any thoughts when we did our last huddle?
I think Yannick's pregame speech was just going through my head. He was just talking about the one more, do one more, everything. It was themed around one more, and we ended up winning the game by 1 more point. I thought that was pretty ironic.
That was. I thought that was interesting. All right, Brandon, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Next up, we head to Las Vegas for the WCC Championships, where we'll play LMU on Friday at 8 p.m. The game can be viewed on BYUtv and the W.TV, and you can listen along by tuning in to 1590 AM KLIV.
Women's basketball went on the road for the final 2 games of the regular season last week. On Saturday, we fell to St. Mary's at a last-second jump shot. Take a look at my interview from earlier today with EYEBRONCO reporter David Gentile.
Nici, it was just announced today that you're named first team All-WCC. Congratulations on the honor. What do you think that says about the season you've had thus far here in 2015?
It's a great honor, especially being in a conference with so many great players. I'm really just flattered and honored to be recognized as one of the better players in the conference, so it means a lot.
Very impressive resume for you. Top 50 in the country in individual scoring. #1 in the country in free throw percentage. You finished the regular season 94.2%. What do you think is the key to going up to the free throw line, staying calm, and knocking down shots? Because, Nici, you've only missed 6 of them all year.
I think the key is just to be confident. If you do your preparation ahead of time, just lots of practice, getting lots of shots up, then when you step up to the line, things will just take care of themselves.
Well, you'll have a chance to add to those free throw totals at the WCC tournament. You and the Santa Clara women's basketball team are taking on Portland later on this week, team that you beat twice in the 2015 regular season. What do you think is going to be the key to completing that sweep, moving on, and keeping your season going?
Well, like you said, we did beat them twice, but that doesn't mean we can take them lightly. They're a team with seniors and experience, so we still have to be ready to bring our A game and know that they're obviously going to make some adjustments. So we just need to be really focused this week and know that if we prepare hard and focus this week, we should be able to take care of business. We also head to the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas on Thursday to take on Portland at 2 p.m. The games can be seen on BYUtv and the W.TV.
Baseball had a busy weekend with 4 games against Eastern Michigan at Schott Stadium. They won the first 2 to get on a 5-game winning streak. EYEBRONCO caught up with Jake Steffens and Jose Vizcaíno Jr. after the team's victory on Friday night.
The first inning was tough. I was just my arm felt really good, and I was just trying to throw the ball way too hard, overthrow a little bit. But as soon as I settled into my game plan, I was feeling good, just trying to ride it out as far as I could go.
Yeah, I definitely squared up some balls. They gave me some good pitches to hit, and I think we all were doing really well, getting in advantage counts, and people were stealing bags and getting on base. And yeah, I think a few of my hits were with guys on base, so I mean, it's awesome when you square up a ball and you see guys score. That's what it's all about. But yeah, we played awesome. Jake, I mean, set the tone right away. They scored 1 run in the first, but we bounced back with 3 and really punched them in the face. So all around good effort out of the team.
Next, they have a midweek game against Cal Poly on Tuesday at 6 p.m. before their trip to the Big 12's Kansas State for a 3-game series beginning this Friday.
Softball hosted the Santa Clara Marriott Invitational and went 2-2 with a pair of wins versus Howard and 2 losses to number 17 Washington. EYEBRONCO spoke with Bo Rios about the weekend.
It's definitely humbling, I guess, if you could say that. It just kind of shows to me that I have the capability to kind of be really successful against anybody. And for me, it just kind of shows that if there's anything I struggle with, it's more mentality than like my physical abilities. So I have what it takes to be successful against anyone. I just need to keep that in mind. So it was great. I thought the hitters were just seeing the ball well and making great adjustments and quick adjustments to where we could keep scoring every inning. And our energy was up throughout the whole game, which I think is something that we've been trying to work on. And it's great just to have wins, to have that confidence, to kind of hopefully keep that energy and that positivity for the following game.
The Broncos head up the street to play in the Stanford Invitational this Saturday and Sunday. They will take on the Cardinals twice and Minnesota once.
After being rained out over the weekend, men's tennis will start conference play this Wednesday versus San Francisco. Then they'll head to Weber State on Friday and BYU on Saturday.
The women's tennis team also had the week off. They return to action this Sunday at 4 p.m. at USF.
Men's golf finished 3rd of 15 teams at the National Invitational Tournament in Tucson, Arizona, with the final round coming Monday. Next, they head to Alabama for the Tiger Invitational beginning Sunday.
Women's water polo topped Claremont and Occidental on Sunday at the Cal Lutheran Invitational. Next up is the Aggie Shootout at Davis this Saturday and Sunday.
Track will head to Turlock to take part in the Kim Dice Invitational this Saturday. The teams are coming off a strong performance in which 3 runners set personal bests, and the men's team won the distance medley relays at the West Coast Invitational and Relays.
Women's golf finished tied for 5th in the Red Rocks Invitational. Annie Freeman and Kristen Lee tied for 15th. They don't return to the links until March 23rd.
Men's rowing raced at the Davis Invitational on Sunday with 4 of 5 boats taking first place.
Women's rowing had a strong showing at the Davis Invite, where they placed first in every race they took part in, except Novice 8, where they finished 2nd. The Broncos will now race March 28th and 29th at the San Diego Crew Classic.
Sand volleyball gets its spring season started this Friday and Saturday at the Stanford Duels. And that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Bronco Weekly Sports Wrap.
Here's another look at a week in the world of EYEBRONCO. Go Broncos!
Here's Kurt.
And then I'd just like to give a special shout out to everyone, just thank you for all the support, throughout this, my senior year and everything that I've been through. I couldn't have done it without everyone, so thank you so much.
Nahr dribbling, back to Jackson, fires, it's no good! The Broncos have beat the Gales! What a win! What a victory for the Santa Clara Broncos!
I mean, obviously we're coming out to win always, but it's always a learning experience. So they are strong players.
By Bright, lobbing it down low to Jarvis Pugh, who lays it in. What a great catch by midcourt by Pugh, all the way down, two-handed dunk for John. At the Levy Center, Jared trying to get to the basket, high off the window, and he scores it.